about sending mail ballots out or applications out to everyone, including the dirty voter rolls.
I leave my phone there
or from the dirty voter rolls.
I'm sorry?
They have
Leave
to
my
fix
phone
that.
right there.
It's an imperative.
Hopefully they won't.
They have to stop this Dropbox thing. It's complete BS, y'all. We gave just a smidgen of what we actually know about all of this in the movie, and it's outrageous. And then the other thing they need to do, they need to make a 10-year minimum sentence for ballot trafficking. 10 years. I guarantee you these crackheads and all these people that are taking all these ballots on behalf of the Stacey Abrams of the world, I guarantee you they'll stop if they go to prison for 10 years. So we have coming up here, we had very little creative input into the movie. So I think Catherine and I would have answered a lot of other questions that were in there. So what we're going to do, we've bundled it all up. We've got, 4 or 5 million minutes of video. We've got chain of custody documents. We have tens of thousands of open records that we've gathered, and we're going to publish it all in something that we're calling loosely the Ripcord, so that all of you can just go through it to your heart's content. You want to pick up the pit? So the next thing that we're doing here in a couple weeks, we're bringing together 100 influencers into, think of it as sort of a unity conference where we're going to bring, our faction, believe it or not, has a lot of different sides, right? I mean, our side has 1,000 different sides and they all hate each other. We spend more time fighting each other than we do trying to win elections. So we're going to pull together 100 folks, and we're going to share with them a story, just to get their attention. We're going to share with them a story and encourage them to share it with the world. A story that will absolutely blow your mind. We were involved first in a research project and then a massive counterintelligence operation with the federal government. We weren't just the surfacers of the information, which is normally the case. We were participants. Catherine was communicating with the targets. This is a major international scandal, to say the least. And then the end of it, as we were approaching the end and we thought we were going to have something significant and we thought we were going to put a stop to this, what is going to, seriously, it's going to crack everything in half. But the FBI and the federal government turned on us and turned us into the target. And so we're going to tell this story here in a few weeks. And by the way, neither of us are suicidal. We love y'all. We love the world, whatever they do to us. And so we're going to tell that story. We're going to pull the ripcord. We're going to introduce a new concept called the Fusion Center. And what the Fusion Center is think of it as sort of a data hub, massive data hub. We're going to pull in video. We're going to pull in all sorts of geointelligence data. We're going to pull in open source data from researchers all over the country, and we're going to do it in real time. We're going to package it up, and we're going to hand it off to the sheriffs that Catherine has recently made a deal with.
Yeah, so out of everything that's happened lately and the lessons that we've learned, I think one of the most positive things that we've become aware of is the power of the sheriff. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I didn't know. I did not know. And once we were burned at every other level in law enforcement, you get to a place where you're like, something's got to give. And we began to have, as God is so good, when you open the door, close the door, open a window, all of a sudden we had sheriffs contacting us saying, we'll work with you. We can start these investigations. And the more that we took a look at the authority that the Constitution gives your sheriff, the more we became aware that, in fact, yeah, they really do have the authority to step into that gap. And so, yes, with the Fusion Center and with the coming projects, our plan is to hand this off straight to sheriffs that we are working with. In the past, every cycle we've had for probably 10 years, we've had something called the Election Integrity Hotline, and we have live operators, and you can go to our website and fill out a report, or you can call our 800 number and talk to somebody about what you may be seeing. And in the past, we've collected those reports, and just depending upon the level of severity or urgency, we pass those on to the appropriate election administrator. But you may well imagine what normally happens to that. It just doesn't really go anywhere. You try to follow up, but there's just not a whole lot of focus. This cycle, those calls will go to the sheriffs. We are super fired up about that. And there are new ways that are surfacing for us on a daily basis that give us new insights into how the authority that sheriffs have can do more for us locally in our elections than we could have ever imagined. And so we are really excited about continuing to develop down this path, because the current path, left to its own devices, if we all just pack it up and go home and say, yeah, well, it'll probably be, it'll probably work its way out. I'm telling you right now, the system's going to implode. And that is what call it what you will, the globalist, the totalitarian, the whatever you want to call the other side, because to be honest with you, I see less and less distinction between R's and D's. I see an awful lot of distinction between what the American people want and our desire to be free and not play the games anymore. When they don't make sense, you're not going to pull the wool over our eyes anymore. We're standing up and we're figuring it out. And one of the ways that's happening is through the sheriffs and taking everything back locally. So what I would encourage all of you to do, first of all, it certainly, if you are not registered to vote, get registered and vote. That is the most important thing for people that say, well, I don't know if I can trust the system. I don't know if I should vote. Man, you're just giving it away then. You got to stay in the game. You've got to stay in the game. But then go beyond just voting and volunteer. There's so many ways you can volunteer. You can work on behalf of the party or candidate of your choice. You can figure out what's going on at your county and work locally with your county, but get involved. Observation and honest eyes and ears changes things. Just having people involved in the process teaches you more than you can imagine if you're just waiting for the headlines to roll in. We all lived it through, right, in 2020. It seemed like there was a new headline every other minute, and how do you know what's real? How can you get to the bottom of what's really being done? But if you just focus locally, step by step, we're going to get well the same way we got sick. Step by step, it's going to take some time, but we're going to make it back because we are in this together. And I'll tell you one final thing about being in it together. God's hand is all over it. God's hand is all over it. There is the stuff that's happened to us in this last 2 years, there is no explanation but by the hand of God. And it's because I believe the scales are falling away. People are standing up, and it's happening not just here, not just in our little American bubble, but all over the world. All over the world, people are waking up. And so we are alive in miraculous times. We are alive and called, each of us, to our own purpose, to be here together on a Sunday afternoon and to believe for the best in what's ahead. And I think that there are great things ahead, but we're going to have some rocky roads. We are. But I think past that, as Greg often says, on the other side of fear is freedom.
So if I could just do one thing before Catherine introduces your next guest. We don't have a beer, but let's raise a beer. I have a toast I want to make. Yeah, exactly. I got to go to the belly of the beast tonight. I can't do it. To the heroes, to the patriots, and to the God who sent them.
Amen. Well, guys, thank you so much. We enjoyed being with you. And now we bring to you Terrence Williams, President Trump's favorite comedian.
Changing my identity to a 6-foot black man. My pronouns are big and tall. What's going on, San Antonio, Texas? Oh my God! Let's go. Y'all, come on, y'all, let's chant Let's Go Brandon. I haven't heard that all night. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Hey, hey. Can we say the other one? Is that okay? Huh? Can we say what we really want to say? I know. If y'all got kids in here, tell them to close their ears. It's fuck Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Man, Texas. It feels good to be in the great state of Texas, baby. This is the land of the free. Don't mess with Texas. I said don't mess with Texas. Man, I love people in Texas because you can't tell people in Texas what to do, baby. Y'all don't like to be told what to do out here. People in Texas cannot be controlled because I remember during the pandemic when the CDC and Dr. Fauci, you know, I trust Dr. Pepper more than I trust Dr. Fauci. But what I like about Texas is when they tried to make everybody stay in the house in Texas, people in Texas said, the government said what? The government who? When the CDC told everybody to stay in the house, everybody all around the states were in the house, scared to come outside. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared. I mean, Dr. Fauci was scared the hell out of me. I was spraying my food with Lysol. But people in Texas like, nah, you can't tell us what to do. Y'all were outside for no reason. Just walking around like Dr. Fauci can't tell me what to do. But so I love Texas, and I just moved to Houston, Texas. And I love it. I love it. Although I love Texas, we got to talk about this heat. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this heat, okay? This is a different kind of heat. This is not this ain't the same sun that's from everywhere else. Listen, this heat don't make you sweat, it make you sizzle. I wasn't sweating, I was sizzling. Man, this heat. Man, it is so hot here. This is also the land of 199 degrees. My God. The trees be out here begging the dogs to pee on them. You know, I moved here because they said Texas had good barbecue. So I came here for the good barbecue. I heard y'all had the best barbecue. But I didn't come out here to get barbecued alive in this heat.
Pancakes.
You throw some barbecue sauce on me, and I'll be the best barbecue you ever had. All you need is some sides to go with me. But I love Texas, though. And these mosquitoes. These are baby vampires. These are not normal mosquitoes. These are blood-sucking vampires. These mosquitoes, I went outside the mosquito, rolled my sleeve up and bit a chunk of my skin off. I see why y'all don't play about y'all guns here. You gotta shoot these damn mosquitoes. These are baby vampires. And just like a vampire, you can't just kill a mosquito like, no, not these mosquitoes. Just like a vampire, you gotta chop their head off and burn the body. Man, but I love the great state of Texas, though. I love being here, and I'm not going anywhere. I love y'all so much. I love being around a bunch of patriots. I love being around people who love America. I love being around people who got common sense. And I love being around people who got all the guns. I feel safe as hell. New friends got guns. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, who all do we got in the house tonight? Where are all my veterans at? Yo, give a round of applause for our veterans and our soldiers. Come on, y'all can do better than that. They put their life on the line. We got any police officers, former police officers in the house? Give them a round of applause. They put their life on the line too. Let's go. All right. What else we got? Do we got any black folks? Where are my black folks at? Y'all are not black. I see some of y'all clapping, but you know what though? You actually can be black if you want to. You can identify whatever you want to identify as. So, all y'all clap. Hey, all my black folks. Where are my white folks at? It's more of y'all here than that. If I said, where are my white folks at? Man, all this good credit in the building. I'm looking for a co-applicant. Trying to get a loan on this house. Who can help me? Let's talk after the show. Now, where are my Hispanics at? Well, where are my tacos at, I mean? Jill Biden said, I can't believe. She done sat up here and called. That is racist. I have never looked at Hispanic Pedro and said, Pedro looked like a chalupa. Ooh, Maria looked like a quesadilla. Ooh. I love my Hispanics. It's, you know, speaking of Hispanics, Latinos, and Mexicans, we need to build their wall. Build the wall. Build the wall. Build the wall. Build the wall. We need to build the wall. That's why we need President Trump back in office. We need President Trump back in office. Oh my goodness. We need to finish this wall and build it tall. And some people say, oh, that's racist. It is not racist. That is the law of the land. You have to come over here legally. We love everybody over here, okay? We want everybody to come over here, but legally though. Come over here legally. It's not racist. Come the right way. Because there are so many people who go through the process and it's not fair to them. It's not fair to them. Thank you. You can't be coming through the back door. This ain't no booty call. Coming through the back door, folks. Come to the front and meet my parents. We friendly. We'll let you in. Yeah, we might check your pockets, pat you down a little bit, make sure you ain't got nothing on you. But we'll let you in. We friendly over here. This is America. People say, well, we thought, well, this is not our land. Yes, the hell it is our land. Well, we stole it. Well, this land is stolen land. Well, it's our land now. It's our land now, and these are our laws, okay? I don't give a damn what happened 400, 500 years ago. This is our land, and you need to come over here the right way. You know? And we don't need to just build the wall. We need to, since we're spending money on it, we might as well make it a beautiful wall. Yeah, put some nice bushes around it. Maybe some dandelions, some roses. We're spending money on it anyway. Maybe put some poison ivy on it. Pedro jumped that wall. Ooh, hey, my friend, itching. If you got a rash, you are deporting that ass. That's how we know you jumped that wall. These illegals is something else. They do things differently than the legal immigrants. The illegals don't, they just do things differently here in Texas. I done seen all kinds of stuff here. I went to a laundromat and the illegals is up there throwing a birthday party. Only in Texas. Only in Texas. And you know, Joe Biden said that, you know, that they're thinking about giving some of the families who were deported and separated from their families $500,000. Are you $500,000 for being separated? For coming over illegally, so we are paying people? Hold on, so what? Hold on. You get paid to break the law? I'm thinking about giving up my citizenship. Moving on over to Mexico. I love y'all, but I need $500,000. Come on, man. Praise. Now, a lot of people ask me, Ted, you know, please always share the story on how you got started. And I'm pretty sure some people here probably don't know who I am. You know, but I started back in 2016. I made a video on Facebook. I wanted to address my friends, and I didn't want to approach them in person because, you know, they was going to gang up on me. So I went to Facebook Live. You know, you can talk to your crap on Facebook. You know, I was the internet thug. But now, so a lot of my friends were vegetarians.
Stop.
I said, back to Africa. I ain't never been to Africa. Hell, you mean move back?
I ain't